Dear viewers, I welcome you all in this video, Circle MCQ 2. Before entering into this problem, I want to discuss the formula what are necessary to solve the question in this video. Very first, this is general equation of circle. A coefficient of x square and y square is same. There is no term involving xy. Center is minus g minus f. Radius is equal to root over g square plus f square minus c. Intercept from x-axis is equal to 2 root over g square minus c. Intercept from y-axis is 2 root over f square minus c. When the circle touches x-axis, then we get g square is equal to c. And when it touches y-axis, then we get f square is equal to c. And when the circle touches both the axes, then g square is equal to f square is equal to c. Then the common chord of two circles S1 is equal to 0 and S2 is equal to 0 is given by S1 minus S2. If the straight line y is equal to mx plus c, if y is equal to mx plus c, this straight line touches the circle x square plus y square is equal to a square, then we get the relation c is equal to plus minus a into root over 1 plus m square. And here you see the tangent to the circle at px1y1 is xx1 plus yy1 plus g into x plus x1 plus f into y plus y1 plus c is equal to 0. This is tangent at x1 y1 to this circle. Now we will start our today's problem. Before starting this, I want to say one thing. Though it is MCQ question, but I did not give any option because today's problem are such the options cannot guide you. You cannot get any clue from the option. You just get the answer and choose the correct one. Suppose this one, what is the common chord of the circles? This and this. So directly you have to find out the common chord. From the answers, you cannot get any clue. That's why in most of today's problem, I did not set the options. Okay. So what is the common chord of the circles? This one and this one. You know, for this type of circle, what should we do at first? We should make the coefficients x and y is equal to 1. So we have to divide by 3 and then we have to subtract the circles using this formula, that is s1 minus s2 is equal to 0. This is first equation, and this is second equation. We have made the x square and y square coefficient 1. For this we have divided both the sides by 3 and we get this equation. Now after subtracting the circles, that is s1 minus s2, we get the common chord of the circles. See, if minus 2, 3 lies on the circle, this, what is the value of c? We know if any point lies on this circle, so definitely this point will satisfy this equation. So satisfying this equation by the point, we get the value of C. You see, we have put the value of x -2 and value of y 3, thereby we get the answer. This is -2 square plus 3 square minus 2 into -2 plus 10 into 3 plus c. And after simplification, we get c is equal to 1. This is the answer of this question. Now, in this question, what is the distance between the centers of the circles, these and these? So we'll find out the centers and we'll find out the distance. So center of the first circle is -1, 2. Center of the second circle is 2, -3. Now we want to find the distance between these 2 points. Applying the formula, you see, the distance between the centers of the circles, -1 -2 whole square, then plus 2 plus 3 whole square, it is 3 square, it is 9, and is 5 square, 25. So the distance is √34. What is the center of the circle? This circle, it is in polar form. We know the relation x is equal to r cos theta, y is equal to r sin theta, and r is equal to √x square plus y square. So what should we do here? We multiply both sides by r to make it r square and to get r cos theta, so that we can put this value x, and the value of r square is equal to x square plus y square. So r square is equal to x square plus y square, and here r cos theta is equal to x. Now taking this term to left side, we get this is the equation, and the center is a0. G square plus f square minus c. After calculating this, we get the center is a0. Now question number 16. Here I have given the options. The line x plus y is equal to 4 passes the circle x square plus y square minus 12x minus 8y plus 34. What is the point of contact? So you know, point of contact is that point which is common to both the circle and the straight line. So definitely this is the common point. The point of contact is the common point to both a straight line and the circle. So how we can get this? If we solve circle and a straight line, definitely we are getting this common point, that is tangent point. Now see, without this discussion, we can see this 1, 1 is not on this straight line. You see 3, 1, it is on the straight line. 3, 2, this is not on this straight line because 3 plus 2 it is 5. 2, 5, it is not on the straight line. You see, it is 2 plus 5, 7. 7 not is equal to 4. So only this point is on the straight line. A, C, D, they are not on the straight line. But to find the common point, this point should be on both. So these three, A, C, D, they cannot be on a straight line. It is in the straight line, we have seen, but we don't know either this point is on the circle is or not. So definitely, as we have to take one answer out of these 4, these 3 are not valid. So definitely this one will be the correct. Now we don't want to think in this way. We want to find out the correct answer. How? We just solve these 2 equations, because you see the solution point is the point of contact here. So let us solve the equations. So putting y is equal to 4 minus x, or x is equal to 4 minus y, anyone, we can solve this equation. we have put y is equal to 4 minus x in this equation, and after this calculation, simple calculation, you see it is 2x square minus 12x plus 18, dividing both sides by 2, we get x square minus 6x plus 9, then it is x minus 3 whole square, and finally x is equal to 3. Now if I put x is equal to 3 here, we are getting y is equal to 1. So what is the point of contact? 3, 1. Next. Under which condition y is equal to mx plus c touches the circle x square plus y square is equal to a square? Directly you can write the answer, but I want to discuss for your better understanding here. See, if this straight line touches the circle, then what we see in this figure? The distance from center to this line is equal to its radius. So if y is equal to mx plus c touches the circle x square plus y square is equal to a square, the distance from origin, that is the center, to this straight line will be equal to its radius a. So this is a, and how to find the distance from a point to a straight line, we know it is shown here. This is distance from origin to this straight line. This is the value, and this will be equal to its radius. As I did not put here vertical line, so for this I have given here plus minus sign. If we put here vertical line, that is modulus sign, absolute value, then you need not to put here plus minus. As I did not put here, that's why I have given plus minus here. And after this calculation, we get the relation. Next question. The circle r plus 4 cos theta is equal to 0 has center minus 2, 0, radius 2, and area 6.28. We have to verify these three answers. Okay. This is polar form, and we know the relation. So from the given circle, we get x square plus y square plus 4x as r cos theta is equal to x, this. So this is the equation of the circle. And what is the center here? Minus g, 0. So minus g is equal to minus 2, and y is equal to 0. So definitely this center is minus 2, 0. What is the radius? G square plus f square minus c, g is equal to 2 square g square, and f is equal to 0, c is equal to 0. So radius is 2 unit. And area pi r square. Pi r square, if I take this value pi 3.1416 and 2 square is equal to 4, we get this answer. So option 1 and 2 are correct, and third option is not correct. If the polar equation of a circle is r is equal to a, then again we have to verify three answers from this equation. R is equal to a. Let us see what happens. R is equal to a, or r is equal to x square plus y square, and after making it a square, we get x square plus y square is equal to a square. So this is the equation of a circle. X square plus y square minus a square is equal to 0. So first option is correct. Now center of this circle is 0, 0. So option 2 is also correct. But what about the radius? Radius is a here. But in this option it is given a square. So third option is wrong. Next question. The circle is this, has center minus 4, 5, has an intercept 8 unit from x-axis, has an intercept 10 unit from y-axis. We have to verify these three answers. So this is the center, minus g minus f. So first option is wrong. So from this minus g minus f, we get the center 4 minus 5. So this first option is wrong. So intercept from x-axis is 2 root over g square minus c. So this option is correct. Then intercept from y-axis 2f square minus c, where f is 5 and c is equal to 0, so it is 10 unit. So option 2 and 3 are correct and first option is wrong. Then another question. At 4 minus 11, the circle has the tangent this one, the normal this one, and length of tangent 15 units. I think this is a wrong statement. Okay, let us see what are the answers. So at 4 minus 11, we have to find the tangent of this circle. So what is the equation of tangent? You know, the tangent at x1, y1 to this circle is equal to this. So this is the point, x1, y1. And first we have to express the equation in this form, x into x plus y into y. Then we need 2x, because to get it in this form, x plus x I have written, so we needed 2. So we have divided by 2. Then I have taken 2 from this 10, it is 5. Then it is y plus y. So this line and this line is same. Now I will replace the x1 and y1, that is 4 and minus 11. In place of 1x, I will put 4. In place of 1y, out of these 2, I will put minus 11. Thereby, I get this 4 into x plus y into minus 11. Then 3 by 2, 1x remaining same, and for another x, we are putting 4. 1y remaining same, and for another y we are putting minus 11, and after this calculation we get 5x minus 12 is equal to 112. So first option is correct. Now see, second option is the normal. What we see, normal is perpendicular to tangent passing through center. So normal will be perpendicular to tangent and passing through center. So what is the tangent? This is our tangent. So normal will be perpendicular on this. So to get a perpendicular equation, what we do? We interchange the coefficient. The coefficient of y will be the coefficient of x, and coefficient of y will be the coefficient of x. Coefficient of x is the coefficient of y. Coefficient of y is the coefficient of x, and we change a sign either in x or in y, but usually we change this one y, and this is a constant c. Now as I told, the normal passes through the origin, so if it is normal, then it passes through 3 to minus 5, this point. So let us put this point here, 3 to and minus 5, just to get the value c. So c is equal to 7. So this is our equation of normal, 12x plus 5y plus 7 is equal to 0. This is option 2. This is also correct. Now see, in third option it is given length of the tangent. So at a point we can draw this tangent. So how can we find out this length? It is not possible. So the third option is wrong, because at one point of a circle we can draw a tangent and it has no finite length. So third option is not correct. Now, last question of this video. The equation this indicates an equation of a circle with, there are 3 options, that is with which option this will give a circle. We have to find it out. So let us simplify this term first. This is given equation. Apply x a minus b whole square and multiply this. We are getting a minus b whole square, then multiplying this. kx minus 1 into 2y plus 3. This is term. Then after multiplying with these two, we are getting this equation. Now, what we do? We arrange the equation in this form. At first, the x squared term, then xy term, then y squared term, then x term, y term, and constant. Because we know this general equation of circle, what is the characteristic here? The coefficient of x square and y square must be same. And there will be no xy term. So if we want to say this is the equation of a circle, then definitely this a square and this coefficient 1 will be equal, as coefficient of x square and y square is equal. So a square and 1 will be equal. And another thing, there should not be any xy term. That is, this term should be 0. Then there will be no xy term. So combinedly, what are the conditions? A square is equal to 1 and 2a minus 4k is equal to 0. You see, a square is equal to 1 and 2a minus 4k is equal to 0. So that is a is equal to plus minus 1 and a is equal to 2k and k is equal to a by 2. So if I put a is equal to plus minus 1, then k is equal to plus minus half. Now see, option A, plus minus 1. So if I put a is equal to plus minus 1, then coefficient of x square and y square is equal. But this term is remaining, so it cannot happen. So combinedly, this coefficient should be 1 and this term should be 0. So if we put a is equal to k, this is not giving any result to us. And for this 3, this is also giving a result but not singly. See the conclusion. Option 2 is not correct because this one doesn't give any decision to us. Okay, option 1 is not singly correct because this one should be true at a time. Option 3 is not singly correct. So this one and this one should be tie up. So option 1 and 3 are combinedly correct. Option 1 is not singly correct because then xy term is remaining. Option 3 is not correct, then singly not correct because then a square, the coefficient of x square and y square is not same. So option 1 and 3 are combinedly correct. This is the discussion on this last question. So no one is singly correct. Option 1 and 3 combinedly correct. Thank you everyone for watching this video. Stay with us. Thank you.